Welcome to a match of Starcraft 2, played by people that are way better than me. The map is Jagannatha, landing in the upper right. In blue, playing for Shopify's Rebellion, it is Byun. And the opponent spawning in the bottom left in red, playing for Team NV, it is DRG. Just chock full of letters with this one. NVDRG. It makes sense. Dongregu, of course. But Byun, the fan favorite, the Micro Jackson, one of the strongest, most renowned Terran players in the world, a BlizzCon champion. And DRG, been in the game as long as I can remember, actually. Opening up, looking completely normal. Both of these players, I feel, play rather standard, nothing crazy, nothing wild. Byun does love his Reapers, he loves his barracks play. I'm interested to see what kind of entertainment might come out of this game. Barracks did go on the high ground. Yes, he is starting a Reaper. Reaper man. Some games I've seen him go Marine first, and I must admit, my heart sank a little bit because it's Byun. A lot of his fame was built around his Reaper play, so naturally, I'm a bit excited now. Sending an SCV scout also across the map, just probably to check for the expansion. You just want to make sure the Zerg isn't doing anything crazy, and bingo. Sends out the SCV just to see that natural hatchery, which did just complete. Queens are on the way. Overlord did spot that Zergling. DRG actually, very interestingly, just put the Overlord on that pillar. He did not go all the way to the Terran's natural. Reaper coming in. He gets a drone. Byun, the master of Reapers. Clem, though, you have to give a shout out to Clem Reapers, which are very scary these days. But with Byun coming first, I feel you can more say that he's the Reaper master. He gets a tumor. 1 health? Byun. Oh my gosh, he got the drone, he got the tumor, and he got out. Just barely. Just barely made it out. Checking for that third base, which is in play. He's waiting. I can't get much though. There is a queen here, there are some Zerglings here. Byun clearly just testing the waters, he's keeping an eye on things. The second tumor. He gets the second tumor. Madness. Oh my word. You know what's almost as maddening though? Blue Flame. Byun has 2 factories here, so this is looking like the Flex Terran opener, I believe it's called. Oh my goodness, Byun, calm down. He's not gonna get that one. 2 queens and 4 Zerglings. Take a breath. Take it easy. So, as I was saying, this is looking like the Flex Terran opener where you open with a lot of Hellions, double factory, and get Blue Flame. The idea behind that is map control, really. I mean, you can get in, you get some drones if you can, but you really should have control over the map for a good while when you're going for this play. He's also starting stim behind this, we see, so he is definitely looking to get into the bio play afterwards. It's at least not mech. But this opener kind of lends itself to going both ways. If you go bio, well, you have map control from the Hellions, buys you time. Is he gonna get some drones here? He gets in the base. Roasting the Zerglings at the front door. He does get in. 1 drone. Toasted. 2 drones down, and more counting. There's still 4 Hellions, a respectable number. Blue Flame dealing extra damage to these light units. Queens, of course, not light, not heavy either, though. They just don't care. They will deal with anything. 5 drones went down. Is that correct? Yeah. 5 drones went down in just this little bit of time. Meanwhile, more Hellions getting something done at the 3rd base, actually. The Blue Flame paying off here. 8 drones went down total. He lost some Zerglings in there also, though. So, the resources end up being about even on the mineral count. It's tough to say who's really ahead, because behind this, we see Byun going for that 3rd CC. He's adding on the starport. He did get Stim. Yes, Stim completed, and Armory on the way. Meanwhile, DRG, though, taking that 4th hatch. He's moving up in the tree. Bane speed is on the way, along with the 2 Evo chambers. So, like I said, it's still too early to say that somebody is very far ahead. What's this? Reactor going on the starport right away. Probably for medevacs, for potential Vikings. Ooh, there's a nice pickoff of creep tumors here for Mr. Byun. Kind of resetting the creep spread, but is he going to lose the Hellions? Gets into a nice spot behind the minerals. Zerglings are going to back off, because that, ladies and gentlemen, would have been a death trap of a choke right there for Zerglings. Queen's able to put the tumors right back down, though. They do get that creep spread going. Holy tumor, my goodness. We're going to need an oncologist to deal with all of these tumors. Can Byun do it? He's trying. He's getting a few of them. He's not going to get them all, though. Plenty of Queens here. Oh, and the Banes? Not going to connect Hellions. Byun responded much quicker. So, definitely not taking damage there. Large group of Zerglings, though. They might be able to threaten the 3rd base. This 3rd was recently put down. Not a lot of defenses in place. He does have the armoried Widow Mines and is going for Drilling Claws. Interesting choice. It's definitely a good answer to deal with the Ling Bane. It also opens up the potential for some drop play, some Widow Mine harassment. What'd I say? Widow Mine harassment. Oh, I'm not actually sure whether or not DRG saw that. It's looking like he did see that, based on this Ling Bane movement. So this one actually is going to get potentially shut down. There is another one on the left. Alarak, try and keep an eye on that.
Fine.
Widow Mine dropped. Huge connection on the Banes. Connection on some Zerglings. That one's done dropping, but in the main base, drones pulled instantly. Great reaction time. Natural, another one connects on just 1 drone. 11 drones went down somewhere, though. Byun targets the drone. Great fire. Great job with that. 16 more drones go down. Definitely a good amount for Byun. Worker count actually says it all right there. 69 for Byun, very nice, to 67 of DRG. DRG's not out though, that wasn't game-ending damage. This one might be though. DRG connecting with half his army first, but the Banes roll in. There's no splits. Ooh. Terran army is run over because the Ling run by. Oh my goodness, more Lings connecting with the 3rd base here. Byun it looking to be in a bit of trouble. There's still 1 Zergling being annoying. Not for much longer though. Ooh. So, 9 SCVs went down and all that. That was definitely not crippling damage for Byun. It was some damage, losing some of the economy. Definitely hurtful. So it's more Widow Mines. That is a good way to try and get back into this game. Is now for the obligatory Widow Mine balance wine. DRG, did he see that? He's definitely moving his army like he did. But Byun sending it on both sides. Great Overlord placement here. Byun dropping in now. One Widowmine connects on a queen. Does not kill her though. Dropping the main, coming in. 2 Widowmines dropped off. Only one of them burrows though. Connects on a Hydra. More connections. Widowmines everywhere. Too much damage. I would be so mad right now dealing with all these Widowmines. Queen gets the medevac and takes the hit like a champ. That one definitely did not do nearly as well for Byun. The DRG looking to be in a pretty good spot. He is going up in the tech tree too. He's got Hydra's Lurker Den on the way. Hive about halfway done. What is Byun's answer? A planetary. The Bronze League answer. Love it. Another Widowmine drop trying to find an opening. He's not going to get it though. With Hydras in play now, that's a lot more DPS and the opportunity to kill the medevac. Tank production kicking in now. He's still got some Widowmines, and he's got this one tucked away in the back here. DRG just setting a patrol, make it look like a bunch of bees running around there. Taking his fury out on the rocks, meanwhile taking a 6th base. Going up in economy. Definitely scary. With 11 minutes into the game now, and no player really doing any major damage to the other, I'd say buckle up, boys, we're in for a long one. Lings and Bane running in, connecting, trying to get the surround, but Byun backing up off the creep. He's going to be safe for now. That medevac still thinking about life. Have to try and keep an eye on that. Vikings Liberators, great answer, 3-3 on the way for Byun. He's got a decent sized army here, 106 to 100. Both players essentially maxed out though. It's time to start killing each other. I command you to fight. Ghosts. No, that's not Ghosts. Ghosts. Byun moving up in the tech tree here. This could be very nice. It's a great answer to the lurkers. Meanwhile, double Nidus network coming for DRG. Byun doing a quick scan over there. Not finding anything though. Map hack failed. Widowmines trying to find their way out. Or just distracting. Tough to say. Single Zergling does scout the command center in that top left position. Widowmine connecting on an Overseer, causing some minor emotional damage. Nothing too critical though. Definitely not critical. Ghost. Is that Ghost Cloaking? It is Ghost Cloaking on the way. As I was saying, the Ghosts are going to be a great answer for the Lurkers if they actually ever come. He has Hydras, and he's getting the Lurker upgrades, but he's not making Lurkers just yet. Marine Hit Squad, bunch of hero Marines here, getting work done on the creep. That planetary is gone. There is no saving that. Down she goes. Meanwhile, the Swarm building up its forces. He's got Vipers too. Blinding Cloud would be very nice, very helpful here. Banelings roll over the Marines, and Nidus Network is going to fail here. Yes? Yes, okay. Byun stops the Nidus in the main. That was a very bold spot though. Right in front of Byun's production, right in the main. Might not be able to be that blunt about it. Blunt? Is that a pun? I don't think so. I don't think that was good enough. We'll have to wait, find a better opportunity, like saying how unstoppable the Terran is here. Ooh, big attack rolling in. Bane's finding connection on a siege tank. Not ideal, of course, but the Viper pulls are great. Hydra Bane connecting here, plenty of Terran to defend the Liberator, offering emotional support from the air. Meanwhile, something died to a missile turret there. I don't know what it was other than it was Zerg. That's about all I can give. So, DRG just cracking the door open, remaxing with Ling, Hydra, Viper, and double Spire on the way. So, one Spire, you could say he wants to get Mutas, he wants to get Corruptors. But 2 Spires, that means he wants to get the upgrades. Which means he's looking to commit to some form of Air Force here. I wouldn't expect it to be pure Corruptor. Hold that thought though, hang on. Big attack here. Great arc on the Hydras, taking out the missile turrets, but then they're going to have to back off, it looks like. Vikings gunning down the Overseers. Ghost putting in decent work with the snipes throughout here. 92 Zerglings in production. DRG has already lost nearly 300 Zerglings over the course of the game. Snipes going out on the Hydras. They are going to retreat. Badly bruised and beaten, but not out of the fight just yet. Lurker cocoons on the way. So he is moving up the tree to the Lurker tech that he got like 10 minutes ago at this point. We're at 16 minutes and it's still not looking like any player is grossly far ahead here. Scans the center of the map. Actually did catch most of this army here. Yep, and a second scan. He sees the Lurkers. He sees the Banes. He knows what's coming. Nuclear missile. Get excited. We might be seeing nukes in this game. Lots of swarm just running around. Byun throwing out a lot of scans just to keep tabs on the army movement here. He's got planetary at the door, few Lings taking out missile turrets, and like I said, those air upgrades are starting. No air units though, and I don't really think I would expect to see a bunch of Mutas because we're already playing with Marines, we're playing with Vikings and Liberators. Could this be Broodlords? Could it be for Broods? That would be nice. I haven't seen Broodlords used professionally in quite a while. Rest in peace, Solar's nuke game, of course. A lot of ghosts. How many ghosts is there? 13 ghosts. That's a nice hit squad. A lot of snipes available. They'll be able to take out those priority targets. The Lurkers, the eventual, perhaps Broodlords, might be very vulnerable to ghosts. Queens picked off. This creep spread is out of control though. This mini-map is almost entirely purple with creep. Ling's getting a bit of a surround. Byun gonna pick up the medevac and head back home. Byun's taking a bit more of a defensive control stance to this game, and I'm intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued. He's just turtling up. Look at this tank line. That is gorgeous. How many tanks is that? 16 siege tanks. That is a very nice number. Lurkers wrapping around. They're trying to find an opening, trying to find some way to get something done. Can they find a connection here? That's a lot of tanks. A lot of tanks and a planetary at the door. You need a way to break this. He is going to Greater Spire. Broodlord tech unlocked. Not yet. Also, Neural Parasite. Super interesting choice. What did we time travel to Wings of Liberty days? Broodlord Infestor is back. Ghost cloaking. The snipes. Killing off the changelings. Nuke. Fired. Great observing skills. DRG just gonna go forward. He's gonna avoid the nuke. Connection on the planetary. He breaks the planetary, he busts the door open, but not enough Zerg left over. Byun instantly slapping down that command center yet again. 62 more Zerglings in production. Total losses, almost 400 Zerglings. That is impressive. SCV is being sent to the front line, I suspect just trying to free up the supply. You don't need the heavy worker count anymore. Now it's coming down to these army battles. It's a game of position. And who can replace quicker, of course. And maybe not just quicker, but who can replace more. More ghosts on the way for Byun. So he's liking the snipe play. And I agree, it is helpful, it's working, it's taking out some of these more high priority targets. The Zerglings catch some of the ghosts though. Instant vaporized on these Zerglings. Terran gunning down the Zerg here. DRG a little bit on the back foot. He keeps trying to find an opening, but Byun's just not having it. He's not giving him the opening he's looking for. This is such a curious game. It's a bit of a flip of the normal style. You normally see the Terran is the one on the aggression, trying to find the opening to do damage to the Zerg. But it feels like the table's been completely flipped here. DRG is now trying to find the opening. He's trying to find any way to damage Byun. Byun's just not having it though. It's looking like he is trying to expand a bit further out on these bases. DRG might be able to exploit that. Find some Zerglings on the siege tanks here. Ghost trying to respond. This is so much chaos. Oh, Banelink connections up top here. Ghost having to backpedal. CC's lifted off, so they are going to be safe for the time being. DRG just again hitting the wall. He's trying to do damage. He keeps breaking the door. But that's about all. More Hydras, more Zerglings on the way. We are at 22 minutes. This is a TvZ standstill. Double Nidus in the main though. Can he get something done? Does not look like it though. Nope. Byun quick to respond, shutting down the Nidus worms. This Overseer is the one that keeps trying. He says, DRG, put it here. Put it there. DRG says, okay. But then Byun says, no way. Great talk, I know. Perfect. That's 100% how it happens. You know. You know it to be true. 3-3 flyer attack on the way for DRG, who still, I believe, has not actually built any Spire unit. He's getting armor for the Vipers. Pro plays. Huge brain moves. Gotta protect the Vipers. Lings running in again. Oh, they take some hits and DRG decides to go anyways though. Gets the planetary. Nice abducts on the siege tanks. I'm not even sure that this is the door you should really be trying to crack if you're DRG, because this base is almost mined out. And there's a little bit of production here. I feel like this base would be a bit more valuable to try and go after. Corruptors on the way. Broodlords might be coming. That might be the unit that DRG needs to break the line here. Good scan. Trying to get the snipes. He doesn't want to lose the ghost though. Snipes do go out. What's going on here? Viking getting rid of that Overseer. Lurkers moving forward. There is siege tanks though. There are siege tanks. Grammar. Get off my back, grammar police. Like, the Byun is mining on creep. How often do you see that actually? The Terran is mining on the creep. Here it comes though. 12 Broodlords are going to be scanned. So Byun knows. Byun knows it's coming. He's got to be feeling pretty good about having this many ghosts. He is getting some Thors in the mix too. Nuke. More nukes on the way. DRG. Okay. Nick of time. Holy moly. Some Overseers gonna fall to the nuke. Not much else though. Everything else was pulled back. The Broodlords are here though. Can they break it? Quit moving the camera. Ghost trying to snipe Infestors, offering fungal growth. Also keep everything nice and pinned here. Broodlords moving forward. They are breaking that door open. CCs are lifted off. More SCVs being sent to the front line to be slaughtered. It's a grinder. Oh. More Infestors on the way also. So, it is actually very Wings of Liberty-esque. We're looking at Broodlord Infestor here. What a nice throwback. More nukes on the way. More Thors being produced. So, Thor, Viking, Ghost is Byun's composition of choice here, which sounds like a very just textbook Broodlord killer. Now, of course, it's not able to deal with the Broodlings very effectively, so if the Broodlords are in a good spot and they're able to get their volleys out, then Byun could be in a pretty bad spot. He's not gonna let that happen though, right? No way. No way that happens. Look at the size of this though. Creep Spread is still just at Byun's door. It really feels like no player can move without the other one knowing what's going on because Byun has the sensor towers. Look at this defensive line. This is like box art. You got Thors, you got siege tanks, Liberators in position. Oh, more snipes connection. Some of the Broodlords did go down. Some more going down also. Good fungal growth, though. Ghost getting trapped. A lot of the Broodlords are going down, though. DRG losing that main force. He has lost. Oh, that's a lot. We'll look at that in a second. He's chasing it down, though. All of the Broodlords. There's just one Broodlord left. He has chased down and reset the Broodlord count. To the tune of the cost of the Ghost, Snipe, Energy. That's an excellent trade. Resources lost. Wow, that's a big number. 53,000 resources lost for DRG here. What a game. What a slaughter. I feel so treated, though. Broodlord Infestor, a true late-game ZVT. Blinding Cloud on the missile turrets. Liberators connecting with Lurkers, Zerglings. The Swarm moving in. Planetary's looking safe, though. DRG not gonna crack this base. Not that easily. He needs the Broodlords again. He's doing it. 12 more Broodlords on the way. 12 more Corruptors to follow. But the bank. Look at the money, boys. DRG's hurting for money now. Byun, I think, knows it. He's smelling blood. He's moving on the creep. Can he stop the composition? That's a lot of Infestors. How many Infestors is that? 14 Infestors and 13 Broods. I feel, though, this game is looking just about over in the sense of DRG's money, though. If DRG loses this army, if he loses the fight, he can't replace it anymore. He's mining off of half a base, a quarter with the drones there. Beyond checking out the money, he's just seeing what state the game is in. And I think he's probably able to tell that DRG is hurting for cash. Corruptors picking off the Liberator. He's just looking at these outlying bases. This is a tense moment. Tense moment for both players. Byun has to land the snipes effectively. Nuke going down on the spores here. DRG. No, 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 no. DRG. What? No. He got the Ghost. Oh my word, that was close. Broodlords moving forward. Launching the Broodlings. Go forth, my pretties. Orbital Command at the front is taken down. Blinding Cloud and Fungal Growth. Neural Parasite on the Thors. Vikings are here. Everybody's fighting. Infestors giving them all they got. Huge amount of Corruptors, though. Broodlords. Oh my goodness, what a battle. It's looking like DRG is ahead, though. Maybe the ghosts are here now. Snipes are going out. Have the Broodlords overextended. The Infestors, the EMP! Infestors out of energy. And Snipes on the Broodlords. It's over. DRG tapping out. Byun taking the game. That went straight to the late game, though. What a battle. Byun definitely brought enough risks to go through for that match. He handled that very well. He was already building the Ghost, but the switch over to just pure Thor, Ghost, Viking to deal with the Broodlords was handled perfectly. Then it just came down to the micromanagement. If you enjoyed the game, please be sure to let me know in the comments below. Hit those fancy YouTube buttons. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I hope that you have a great day.